Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today we're going to talk about Call to Netherdeep, the most recent Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition book. And I want to talk about Jabe, who is the leader of the rival adventuring group in Call to Netherdeep. The rival adventuring group is the best aspect of the Call to Netherdeep book. It takes a rival adventuring team and it says, hey, you don't just as a dungeon master, you can challenge your players not just with villains but with heroes too, right? And the challenge there is, do they beat your player characters to glory? Do they beat your player characters to victory? Are you going to play second fiddle to a rival adventuring team? And Call to Netherdeep does this great thing where they actually give you 3 stat blocks for every single character within the rival adventuring group, which is Jabe's crew. Jabe's crew. It's AYO. Her last name is GABE. So let's talk about her. First of all, she has several social justice elements. So Wizards of the Coast is going, they really want to engage with today's culture, and they want to have conversations specifically about social justice, right? So there are several social justice elements within Jabe. First, she is a female who leads. She is called out as the leader of the rival adventurers, right? Which is very interesting because leadership is a big topic in Dungeons and Dragons, and generally with player characters, there isn't a leader among the player character warband, among the player character party, right? But in this rival adventuring group, there is a clear leader, right? Jabe is the leader, right? And she's called out as the leader of the crew, which I'm really curious, is Wizards of the Coast saying, hey, your player character group should have a specific leader? I think they are. I think they're signaling you, and I totally think you should, and there should be mechanical benefits for it, but they haven't built that into the game. So the second social justice, I think there's another social justice element. I'll say it, and then you can tell me if you think it's a social justice element. It says in the book, she is a water Genasi born to orc parents. I was like, wait, what? I didn't quite understand that, but I think you can understand it if you see it as a social justice element saying anybody can be born to anyone, right? So, and then that's a social justice element statement saying, love is love is love, right? So I think that is the second social justice element for her. The other thing I thought was interesting, and so those are the 2 only social justice elements I saw connected to Jabe. One thing I did see attached with Jabe, and it's also attached with multiple other characters in the rival adventuring group, and that is this very strong statement from Wizards of the Coast with the rival adventuring group that they all hate people who judge them, right? Like, there's this real strong thing like judgment is bad, right? Now that's interesting. I understand why people don't like judgment, but I don't think it's real, right? So, and I get why it's a comfortable thing to say, right? Like, no judgment, right? But the reality is we use judgment constantly. The biggest thing is we use judgment for safety, right? We find new people, and then we're like, am I going to be safe with this person? So judgment is very much a human, very much a human tool, right? We use it constantly, right? And I think what people like to do is they like to say they're not judgmental and say they're not judging, but we judge constantly, right? So I just thought it was interesting that this was attached to Jabe and several other characters. I am hugely a fan of this rival adventure group. I think this is the rival adventuring book is worth the $50 alone, just for those pages within there. For Call to Netherdeep, it's really, really cool. And that's why I wanted to call out the leader of the rival adventuring crew, Jabe. I think she's a really engaging, exciting character. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know. And also, I'd love to hear how you use rival adventuring groups in at your table. All that's my opinion. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comments below. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.